Well, hey guys, hi, it is Brent Abel here at webtennis.com. Another episode of What's the Right Shot. A chilly morning out here in the desert. I'm heading over to the gym over at the Mission Hills Country Club, but want to get this episode out to you today. And what we're going to see is a shot choice that worked out, but to me is a little bit risky. And I'm going to explain to you why I think this particular shot choice is a little risky. So here we go. So the big question is this: how do players like us who never made a dime on the pro tour, how do we consistently bring out our very best tennis without spending endless hours trying to perfect stroke technique? The answer is knowing where we want the ball to land over there and then where to move to next on the court. Hi, my name is Brent Abel and welcome to What's the Right Shot. Well, hey guys, hi, it is Brent Abel, another episode of What's the Right Shot. We have got right here the great Mike Federle with a return to serve. His partner is Caroline Viss. Pat Crow with the serve, and his partner is Tracy Curry. And this is an interesting point in terms of shot choice. I think I mentioned at the beginning that this works out. The shot choice works out. But I think it's a little risky. And what happens, I think we stopped it right about here. Yeah, somewhere in here. And so look, I mean, there's a number of shot choices, right? I mean, a lot of players might take this and go up the line, right? You could think middle. You could go down to the feet here of Pat. Or you certainly could go in a short angle roller cross court. And, you know, typically when we think about the middle, everyone says, well, you know, doubles, the middle solves the riddle. Well, it does if the ball is over in this area of the court, right? If the ball is sort of more into the middle of the court itself, yeah, I mean, the middle is wide open. But in this case here, if you're pulled out wide, the middle gets a little tricky because if the player, if Tracy is closer, right, if she's playing up closer, then what happens is the middle is not as far open. It's not as much available. And, the alley's now covered, and I think that Mike sees that's happening. And then at some point it becomes a guessing game, right? It becomes a guessing game as to whether or not these guys are going to cover the alley, if they're going to cover the middle, feet, or maybe a sharp angle cross court. And Mike chooses from this part of the court to go in front of Tracy with the ball and up the middle. And you know what? It works out beautifully. But generally, if you've got Tracy playing a little bit closer, and Mike tries to go in the middle, that thing is not going to be open. So a couple of coaching things here. Number one, don't always think that the middle solves the riddle. It does a lot of the time in here. But if Mike goes in the middle here and Tracy's a step or two closer, you know what? He's going to be hung out to dry, and this was going to be wide open. So number one, I generally will take this ball back to the feet over here because of where I am in the court. And really put the ball in front of my partner. But the other thing here is if you are this player here, if you're the great Tracy Curry, I would coach you to say be a step or two closer so that you cut off this angle and don't leave the middle quite as open. Because we know that from here, there's no real opportunity here for a lob over Tracy, just because you're in so close, right? You're in so close in the court. So think more about cross court. And then if you're Tracy Curry, and if you are, my God, you're a good player, maybe play a step or two closer inside that service line. Guys, as always, would love to read your comments and respond to them down below in the comments section. And yes, as always, something else. Get out there today help someone else have a spectacular day.